The first thing I did is I bought this 1x3 piece of wood. It's a little over $3 with today's prices. Anyways, it's 8 foot long. Should be more than enough to make the little squirrel picnic table. And now I'm gonna do my measurements real quick. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it into 4 pieces, 6 inches long each. Just to give you an idea. So the first piece from end to here will be 12 inches. I'm going to cut 4 pieces because I'm going to cut the middle first and I'll just slice it across. That's the first plan. Alright, these are my first 4 pieces. That's going to be the legs of the little picnic table. I want to cut a little angle because they're going to sit, basically kind of like that. But you don't want to sit like this. You need to cut flat over here. Recommended 22 degrees approximately. So I'm using my little tool here to measure, set it for 22 degrees, and then I'll apply that to the sticks, and then I'll cut accordingly, all 4 sticks. Alright, anyway, just to give you an idea before I cut how I applied it. Since I already have this angle set, all I have to do is put it against the wood here and make my marks from corner to wherever it's going to land. I do it on top, and this one you do the opposite way, like that. You can see. So I do all 4 legs. That's where my cuts are going to be, and I'll show you the final outcome in a second. Okay, and there are my angle cuts done. Now you can see these will be the front and back legs. So as I continue to build it, it'll come into focus soon enough. My next cut will be 12 inches in length. Cutting this piece in half, basically down the middle. So basically it's 1 1/4 inches across each one. Just 2 pieces, all I need, because they'll be sitting across to go across here for the support of the legs. So shouldn't take too long. Alright, the cross piece itself will be going in the inside of the picnic table. Right now I just put it like that. I use this 2x2 just to basically line up the top so that it's not shifted too much. And then I put this cross piece approximately halfway up the legs. I even marked them, as you can see. There's some marks. So that's where I'm going to attach it. And then I make sure it's even on each side before I secure it with some nails or screws, but preferably nails. Small nails should do it. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side as well. And hopefully that will hold it well. And a little glue, of course, will help. These are going to be, like I said, the inside of the tables. Alright, well, I decided to move my little operation indoors. Once I'm going to secure this 2x2 and have a base to put this together. I've also didn't have the nails that I needed, so I'm continuing now to these 1 1/4 inch wire brad nails. They're kind of small nails, but it should do it. I had a 1 inch nail, but it will just barely protrude to the other one, and I don't want it being that weak, so those will come in handy. You could always use a nail gun if you have it. I don't have anything that fancy right now, so I'll just be hammering these into place when I basically put this little piece of wood in place. I also have a little bit of wood glue that I have, so that'll help secure it even more. It might slip a little bit, so just be aware of that when you hammer it down. Alright, basically nail it together. A couple nails on each side there. Now you're probably wondering how far apart I put the legs. I decided to base my width of a 1x3, I mean. That's going to go on top of there. This is just a little sample piece. So what I did is I measured and I put a mark. Did the same thing on the other side and put a mark. And then I based my legs to the marks. So that's as far wide I'm going to make it. I'll be the next set of legs I'll put together. And then we'll continue from there. Alright, continue where I left off. Which I have my legs over here. I'm going to cut a couple of 9-inch pieces. I got them marked already. They're going to be actually the sitting portions of the picnic table. At the moment, I secured one set of legs to the workbench, so I have something that holds. One of the seats is going to go here. I don't think it really matters how far in you want. It depends how long your table is. If you go all the way to the edge, you have a longer table. So the choice is really yours how far have a difference. You want to have that thing sticking out. So I'll make my decision. I'm going to attach it, and I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. And I'm going to put the other leg over here, and then flip it around, and then I'll attach that. And then you'll have my seats will be attached to the picnic table. All right, and I attach one side, a couple of nails, a little bit of glue underneath. And I just have it sticking out just a little bit here. I'll do the same thing with the other side when I put the other set of legs. Alright, at this point I got my seating done for the picnic table. All I was left is to put a top piece. It could be one solid piece or maybe a combination of 2 or 3 pieces put together, glued beforehand, and then placed on top. So make sure you nail it on here. Get the last one nailed. I had to kind of put this on an edge, to nail that, to nail this down in the workshop. Just to, probably a better ways to do it, but mine's is a simpler method and it seems to work okay. What's left of my 1x3, which is more than enough still, I'm going to cut for the tabletop. I'm going to cut 3 pieces, 9 inches long each. So I already got them marked. And I shall proceed, and I'm going to put the pieces together sideways and glue them together, and that way secure them overnight. Alright, these are my 3 9-inch pieces. I cut them, put them nice and even as best as possible, glued the sides, and clamped it. I just got to let it dry now. Hopefully it holds, although I might have to put some brackets or something underneath it, but I think it'll be okay. I turned it upside down just to show you. Basically, I just want to mark. Well, I'm going to put the nails, and I'll just measure it so I know exactly what I'm at. So I don't end up missing, the legs when I put the little nails in place. So I'll just put my marks here and go with that underneath the table. Yeah, I guess like that. Anyways, so basically the legs ends close to the, the sides of the middle stick there. So. And then I'll flip it over again, put a little glue, and nail it in place. Okay, well, this is the final unfinished painted project. Basically, it's usable. Stain it, paint it, however you want to do with it. But the squirrels will be happy if nothing else. So that is the little picnic table for them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, maybe I could explain more, but I figured if you know your basic cutting and nailing skills, and all I have to do is explain what I used to put it together. You should be able to figure it out. It's not that hard of a project. It's a good beginner project, and I used very few nails. The nails cost me like about $4, and the piece of wood, the long 1x3, was about $3.18. So, and since I used very few of those nails, I got plenty left over. So what? Cost maybe a total of $3.50 to make. Like I said, you paint it, whatever, if you have any leftover paint or stain, and hey, sell it for 10 or 15 bucks. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Until the next project, have a good day.